I have an update to give on our pool progress, and I'm so excited. This week we had our landscaping taken out to make room for the pool build, and it's pretty wild. Let me show you. Here she is in all her glory. There used to be a tree right there, some bushes around that, a little bit of ground cover, and right here there used to be a huge lifted lush ground cover. It was so pretty, and now it's all gone, ready for the pool. Now what's crazy about all this is it actually seems smaller to me. Like the backyard just seems so much smaller, and I think part of that is because there's no depth perception. There's nothing between me and that wall that tells me how big that space is. Whereas before, we had a whole tree there and like lush vegetation. And so I knew it was big because it could fit a tree and bushes and all these things. And now it's like I have no depth perception of how big this yard is, or at least that part of the yard, which to me makes it feel smaller. I don't know, it seems smaller to me without the tree and the landscaping. I don't know, it's so interesting how that happens. And the one thing I'm really excited for is now that I finally have a clean slate, I can actually picture the landscaping a lot better without those obstructions. Like I can totally visualize the pool, the water feature, trees, the kind of plants I want. Like the vision is becoming so clear in my mind now that I have no obstructions in trying to visualize all of this. Now I'm like really excited. The other part that's so cool about getting rid of that tree is the view. We have a beautiful view of Daisy Mountain, and it's kind of a love-hate because as you've already seen in this video, there's traffic. There's a road behind us, and a sidewalk. People go on walks here, and so there's not a lot of privacy. But if I have a lot of vegetation, trees and bushes, it'll either cover the view or add privacy. Like it's one or the other. If I want privacy, but I want to keep the view, I have to be really strategic where I plant things and how we manage the landscaping. But getting rid of that tree, I can see Daisy Mountain now from two angles in my house, and I'll show you. First of all, here's the mountain from outside. And then here's the stupid traffic. So annoying. One or the other. So really it's like I could have bushes, and we'll dive more into landscaping later, but I could have bushes that go a foot over that tree and still maintain a view and then still help with the privacy issue. So from sitting on my couch, I can now see Daisy Mountain. Like, isn't that such a cool view? Whereas before I used to have a tree here that blocked all of that. I couldn't see any of that. And I just think that view is just so cool. I'm gonna try to preserve it as best as I can. You also have a view of Daisy Mountain from my desk, which I absolutely love. And I'm stepping backwards because this is the view right when you walk into my house. And minus those cars right there, if I could just plant something that was here down, that could be a really amazing experience visually. Let's recap those views because I just love it. You walk in, boom, Daisy Mountain. You come in, you sit down, beautiful Daisy Mountain, pool, waterfall, the whole thing. I should move that lamp. So cool. Let me take you back outside. The next step, now that everything's gone, is to paint exactly where the pool is going to go on the ground. So next week, the landscapers are gonna come out. I think it's Monday or Tuesday, something like that. The pool guy's coming out. We're gonna discuss all of the logistics of where everything's gonna go, and they're gonna actually paint on the ground where the pool's gonna go so they can mark for digging. Super exciting. So some of those logistics are, how far off the wall are we going to build? We're thinking about 10 feet. I know I want some plants back there, but I don't want to waste a huge chunk of my backyard just going to behind the pool. And then I do want it centered with the wall. And then also, where is the pool equipment going to go? And from what I understand, the closer it is to the pool, the more affordable it is because you're not running all that under the ground. And I think that's it. So stay tuned for next week's update.